Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio. So today, I am showing you the very first ever Zeraora card we are going to be getting into Pokemon trading card game. It is Zeraora GX, and it's coming out in Sun and Moon 7A, because of course, Sun and Moon 7 has just finished leaking, and I've just finished showing you every card in that set, so of course, we're going to start getting leaks of Sun and Moon 7A. This makes me very happy indeed. Huge shout out to the lovely Antoine Boulay, who did send us over this image of the card with a translation as well. He is of course lovely, and huge congratulations to Antoine Boulay, who yesterday locked up his Worlds invite as a Frenchman living in Japan. He moved to Japan and got a Worlds invite, and for those of you that are unaware, it is much more difficult to get an invite in Japan than it is in the US or Europe. He's a lovely man. He's also really good at Pokemon cards. So, what does it do? Well, first of all, it's a lightning Pokemon. Lightning Pokemon means that you get a few little advantages. You've got Ether Paradise Conservation Area to give yourself a little bit more bulk, although do bear in mind that it's in your opponent's control. They can Field Blower before they hit. We're not going to worry about stuff like Max Elixir, because this is actually coming out in our Sun and Moon 8 set in November, which means this will not be legal until after the rotation. So this is the very first card we're looking at that is all post-rotation. And we've also got other things we can use for energy acceleration, like for instance, Raikou from Shining Legends, or the Magnezone, which was a little bit of a reprint, so to speak. So that's good. Lots of energy we can get on there, but the card needs to actually be good. The retreat cost of 2 is a pain, because it means you can't get free retreat with a skateboard. The weakness to fighting is terrible, because Buzzwole is still going to be everywhere after rotation, because they're still going to have B-String. And the resistance to metal is always nice. I don't know, maybe stuff like Registeel will be big, although metal's not looking great after rotation, but you never know, ladies and gentlemen. The thing is that even with resistance, Duskmane Necrozma will get a one-hit KO with its big attack, so that's a bit annoying. 190 HP is good. It's up there with Buzzwole rather than down there with something like Drampa. The problem is Buzzwole can still get a one-hit KO. They need to use their once-per-game Beast Energy, and they need to use Diancie Prism Star, and they'll need to use Choice Band, but if they do, they'll be hitting 220 with weakness and getting a one-hit KO for a single energy. So if this card is going to see play, it had better be good. The ability: all of your Pokemon with any lightning energy attached have no retreat cost. This is Manaphy EX for lightning Pokemon, and this entire card is a rehash of other cards, all of which have seen play and been pretty gosh darn good. So the ability here gives free retreat to any of your Pokemon with lightning energy attached. That of course will count for anyone with counter energy, as long as they're a non-EX, non-GX and you're behind on prizes. It will count for rainbow energy, it will count for super boost energy as long as it's attached to a stage 2. It really is a great ability. Manaphy saw play because of the ability, and Manaphy had 120 HP and gave up 2 prizes. Manaphy was, to all intents and purposes, a bad Pokemon. Even the weakness was irrelevant because it had 120 HP. But the ability was so good it saw play. So Zeraora's ability is good here, because we've seen this ability before and it was. Thing is, Seismitoad was a really good card, and that could take advantage of this. Lapras has seen play, and that can take advantage of this. This isn't going to see play for the ability unless we've got some good lightning decks, and at the moment we don't really. Now maybe it could work for something like Tapu Bulu Vikavolt, which of course plays lightning energy, or maybe Raichu makes a comeback at some point, and then it sees a bit of play. As it is, it's an interesting ability, and it's a very good ability, but I'm not sure we have the right deck for it. The main attack here, Lightning, Lightning, Colorless, 160 damage. This Pokemon cannot attack next turn. You know how I mentioned Lapras earlier? It's Lapras. It's the main attack of Lapras, with the added advantage that it's Lightning, Lightning, Colorless, rather than free colored energy. Or in fact, it's Buzzwole. but with the added advantage that it's lightning, colourless, not free coloured energy. Although we do need to sit here and point out that actually Buzzwole can use B-String, and that's a little bit of a pain for us, because Buzzwole's much, much faster. But we've got ways to accelerate energy. Bad news, Electrode will have rotated out. That's a bit of a pain. And Max Elixir will have rotated out. That's a bit of a pain. But certainly, using it in a Tapu Bulu Vikavolt deck, you can get 2 energy on there with Vikavolt, and then you add 1, and then you're off and rolling, but you don't have to discard the energy like Tapu Bulu does. And you're hitting for a different weakness than Tapu Bulu is. And if you find yourself against something like a Buzzwole that would be hitting you for weakness, attack with Tapu Bulu instead. Or maybe you're playing a deck using Raikou from Shining Legends. The point is, we've got ways to accelerate energy here. We've got decks that this can fit into. It's not a bad Pokemon at all. The thing is, when we look at Lapras with this attack, we go, oh, it's going to use Aqua Patch. And to be honest, post-rotation when Max Elixir goes, Lapras gets a lot worse. We look at Buzzwole with this attack and we go, well, it's B-String. We're going to use B-String for this attack. When we look at Zeraora with this attack, I don't know that we've got such a natural partner in terms of energy acceleration. Vikavolt's a stage 2 and that's a bit of a pain. Raikou is slow and it's got to attack and then attach energy while you're on the bench, meaning your opponent can just Guzma and take out the Zeraora. I like this attack, but I don't know if we've quite got the partners we would otherwise want for this. Or maybe you use a Silvally to accelerate energy, and maybe while you're doing that you use a Psychic Memory so you can one-hit KO Buzzwole, for argument's sake. And while we're done talking about the energy cost, let's talk about the damage here. It's 160. This is good. You add a Choice Band, you're hitting 190. Buzzwole, Ultra Necrozma, Lapras, Duskmane Necrozma. All of the really good attackers at the moment are taken down by this. Sure, it's not hitting up to 210 and getting a Zeraora GX. You could with Professor Kukui, but that's a little bit awkward. But who cares? Zoroark isn't that good at the moment. Zoroark is not seeing much play at the moment, so do we really care that it's not able to get a one-hit KO on Zoroark? And with Buzzwole getting better and better, I don't think Zoroark is going to get any better. I think it's only going to get worse. So I don't really care that you're not getting a one-hit KO. Getting the energy on with this attack is a pain, I get that. But once the energy's on, you're hitting for great numbers. And I didn't mention hitting for weakness earlier. You're hitting weakness on Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh's got a chance to be really good next format when combined with Kiawe. So you know what? Having a Pokemon that can get an easy one-hit KO, I like it. And then we get to the GX attack. Attach 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way that you like. Now, this is basically Turtonator GX's GX attack. The difference is that Turtonator specifies that it must be 5 basic fire energy, whereas Zeraora, it's actually any basic energy. And we can look at the writing here and see there is no lightning symbol, so Antoine's translation here is definitely correct. It is basic energy, it's not basic lightning energy. That's really pretty gosh darn good, but it is for a lightning energy, which means it's difficult to put in any deck. Now, there is the aforementioned Rainbow Brush that we looked at the other day. I'll pop a link to that in the description, that lets you switch one basic energy for another, making this a bit more techable. And you can always use something like Rainbow Energy, for instance. But this is good. I mean, in a lightning deck, it's a no-brainer. Turtonator GX is great for the GX attack. It sees play in Ho-Oh decks for the GX attack. Everybody knows that Turtonator's GX attack is really good. Ergo, Zeraora's GX attack is really good. The big difference here is, when we look at Turtonator, we go whack it in a Ho-Oh deck. Accelerate energy in a Ho-Oh deck. What are we doing with Zeraora here? Or maybe we just have a Zeraora deck. Maybe we play stuff like the promo Deoxys, for argument's sake, which I did a video on the other day. I will pop a link to that one in the description, which I think is really good and potentially as a Buzzwole counter. Now, you will need to play a combination of Psychic and Lightning energies, but with this GX attack accelerating energy, you can afford to do so. My conclusion on Zeraora is this. The ability is definitely good. We know it's good. It was good on Manaphy. The attack is definitely good. We know it's good. It's been good on stuff like Buzzwole. And the GX attack is good. We know it's good. It's good on stuff like Turtonator. It's got 3 parts and they're all mashups of parts that were good on other Pokemon. The big issue here is a fighting weakness with Buzzwole going nowhere after rotation. But fighting weakness doesn't mean the card is unplayable. Fighting weakness means it's got to be good. And when you combine the fact that you've got the really nice ability here, the fact that you can one-hit KO a Buzzwole, although admittedly they do have Beast Ring and they can with Beast Energy one-hit KO you for a single energy, and the fact that you can use this GX attack to tech in other stuff that can KO Buzzwole for you, and I think this is a 4-WOSY card. Yeah, the weakness sucks, but we've got a good attack, a good ability, and a good GX attack, all of which have been proven on other Pokemon. I still feel like we need a partner for Zeraora to make it great, and I don't think we have one. But maybe the next video I do in an hour or two, maybe that could fill that gap. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a good card, but I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section. Also, can we get some congratulations for Antoine going in the comment section as well? Because he qualified for Worlds in Japan. That is no mean feat. And he's a lovely dude that sends us good information. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and so on, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do just that. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.